Happy Sunday. So, up and coming this week is Valentine's Day. And it happens to be on a Friday for all you lovers that want to take your significant other out, or maybe you want to go out with your girlfriends and celebrate self-love or the love you have for your good friends. But this whole month, we know this is the heart month, heart awareness and all of that. But I take it to another level, not just physical heart, but your heart awareness. Check in with your heart. Where are you at? Is your heart happy? Have you been through a lot that you're holding on to and that you haven't been able to let go of? I want you to let go of it. Our heart, I always knew this, that the heart is more, well, I'm going to say equally as important as the mind and the brain, because the heart records everything. And I see the heart as a vortex. It just opens up. And we know from science that when you look at the aura of the heart, it goes way the heck out, more so than your brain. And so when you're with people, your energy is touching into their energy, because you could be in a workshop sitting next to somebody, or at work sitting right next to them. You're in their field and they're in your field. So you do get, I'm going to say, infected and affected by who you're around with your heart space. So I want you to be aware this month of your heart space. Like, what do you need to do for your heart? Besides the eating right and all the stuff we do in the physical, what do you need to do to protect your heart? What do you need to do? Maybe you need to pull your aura in, because then it keeps you contained more than being halfway across the room. For us people that have big old hearts and that are, what I want to say, very open and empathetic, we can feel what's going on around the room. And you may not want to feel that. So be aware of that vortex we call the heart. This coming year, we're going to have much more that comes up around the Sacred Heart. Everybody always just thinks about that with Jesus and the picture of the Sacred Heart with all the different color rays coming out of the heart. Well, we're going to find out more this year on what the Sacred Heart is and what it really does. So we have that to look forward to as well. So instead of just celebrating love on the 14th, turn it around to self-love and how grateful you are that your heart is working, because without a heart, we can't live. And what do you do to just love up on your heart? Okay, you might want to just put your hand over your heart and send beautiful wishes, love, gratitude for everything that you have experienced through the heart. And revisit some of those things. For those of you that have been moms, maybe you're remembering what it was like to carry this baby and to give birth to some incredible miracle, or whatever it is for you. But I really encourage you to think about that this month. Okay, I have a new deck. It's kind of interesting. I saw it on the internet, Burning Heart Love Oracle. And these work like, if you want to know what that guy's thinking or what that woman's thinking about you. This doesn't even have a book. It's just, so I'm going to pull 3 cards here because it has no explanation. And we're just going to see. This is for whoever is wondering what that guy or woman is thinking. You're always on my mind. Reminds me of that song. You were always on my mind. I'm afraid of commitment. Well, yeah, that's a little problem with most people. And we'll put one more. I want to reach out, but don't know how. I have found these, I only use these with people when they're asking about love stuff. I found them when I'm asking the person if they find it accurate. It seems very accurate. So anyways, I'm going to put these aside. All right, the Messenger of Spirit. Just love these cards and the color. Whoops. Okay, we'll take this one. The chemist, craving something new, adjustments are happening. So where I go with this one is so many times people are saying, I've been asking for this, I've been doing the work, and nothing's happening. Sometimes things have to happen on the inner planes. Sometimes we have to make the right connections with people, with resources, whatever. Sometimes it takes time. So timing is the hardest thing, but this is saying that adjustments are happening. So whether you see the proof right away or not, adjustments are happening. Keep the faith. Especially this year, things are going to happen like lightning, like quick, quick, quick. It says spirit sensitivity, adjustments, or cravings. Your chemist is making adjustments to your intuitive sensitivity. Are you ready to attune your senses to a new level? I say yes. You may notice that your intuition and spiritual abilities are increasing. Your chemist is helping you make it easier for you to communicate with your guides. When your intuitive chemistry changes, you may find that you start craving something new. That might be food, music, activities, or experiences. As you raise your vibrations and become lighter, you may notice that your preference changes. I'm noticing I'm not eating as much as normal. And it's not like I have to think about it. I'm just not hungry, which is wonderful in my example. It says, if you ask the cards a question and the chemist has shown up, know that what you've been asking for is happening. It just hasn't happened yet. What did I just say? It's happening on the other planes. It's got to come down. So remember that. Then we have Angels, Gods, and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. Love this deck. I want this one. God of Indulgence. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy. Amazing card. So normally I would take that to food for me, but I've been good lately. I don't know. Think about what your indulgence might be. And know that it's okay is what it's saying here. Instead of, anything that's lower vibration, like beating ourselves up. No, of course, it has no number on it. Is not good. We want to try to keep everything in high vibration. Okay, it says, it is wonderful to indulge in the things we have every once in a while. Everything is fine in good measure. Just don't overdo it, whether it's food, drink, or substances, relationships, material possessions. Remember, excess of everything leads to some form of imbalance. You, at the same time, remember that all is valid and all is love. A little indulgence in some form or another is natural and even healthy. So don't beat yourself up when you do indulge in those things you love. Just be mindful. Don't deny yourself. Just keep it in balance. And when you do indulge, try to do it in ways that nurture and nourish your spirit rather than cloud or suppress it. All right, and our last one is Mystical Wisdom deck. Again, I love these little drawings. They're so whimsical. Seven deadly sins. Ooh, I think we're on a roll here. We're talking about indulgence, and now we have seven deadly sins. Humanity and destructive traits. No number. It's my little pet peeve. No number. Okay. Here we are. Okay. It says, welcome to the world of human nature. The 7 deadly sins are at the root of all destructive behavior. Greed and other negative truths are harmful human activity that impacts the quality of life on Earth, particularly the environment. It is a lack of concern for the preservation of Mother Earth and all these humans' destructive traits that are leading to the destruction of life at this point. So, sloth, gluttony, lust, greed, wrath, envy, and pride. So, if you don't know what sloth is, that's being lazy and not wanting to move or do things. You're not active with your mind or your body. Everybody knows what gluttony is, what lust is, what greed is. Wrath is extreme feelings of anger. Envy we know, and pride we know, when you're trying to be too much in your ego. So interesting for this week. And don't forget the ones we got in the beginning if you're wondering what he or she is thinking. And interesting week. I'm wondering how this plays out with the overindulgence and then the 7 deadly sins. So I guess this is a week to watch out for, overindulging. If you're going to overindulge in spirit or something wonderful. Love you guys. Have a wonderful week.